there was a part of the book that talked about if you want to be successful, you need to hang out with people with successful mindsets, right? And it was a more flashy title, right? It was like quit hanging out with poor mindsets. But I was wondering, you both give me a little thought, and that's a lot of wisdom to me. But I'd love to kind of get your thoughts on where that came from and how you see that helping people.
Yeah, I'd say that that chapter is it's something like if you want to get rich, you got to get rid of your poor friends, which, by the way, sounds horrific. But I'll just say this.
Yeah.
Yes, but what we actually define what we mean by poor friends.
Yes,
like poor is
do.
a mindset. Broke is you
Yes.
have no money. Poor is a mindset that you want to get away from as soon as you can because it'll keep you broke forever. And essentially, we are tribal in nature. So this goes back to our deepest evolutionary psychology. We are tribal in nature. 99% of our time on Earth, there's 100 to 150 closely related people. We stick with that tribe. And as that tribe influences you. And if you are trying to develop a rich mindset, even if you don't have any money, and you're around people who want to spend money all the time, and they're racking up their credit card debt, and they're buying those flashy things, those people will take you down. They will absolutely take you down. They want to keep you close, right? So we're tribal. We want to keep each other close. Meanwhile, if you can get around people who have a mindset towards the future, they have a future orientation, they're thinking about making some sacrifices now for future benefit. They want to own their time. They haven't bought into owning flashy stuff that's going to keep them broke. You want to spend more time with those people because that will rub off on you. You will inspire them. They will inspire you. And that's how you'll end up achieving your goals.
I love that. Adrian, any parting thoughts on some 20 to 22-year-olds from Illinois?
Yeah, I think this is a tough chapter. I think we're going to get a lot of heat for. We already have when we tested this chapter of getting rid of your poor friends or to be rich. Obviously, if you take it without context, it sounds really bad. But I think everyone usually believes, and if you read any other self-help book, we talk about the law of averages, and you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself by. It's the same concept. So the thing about this concept is it doesn't just apply when you're in college. It applies throughout every area of life. Even as, let's say you fast forward and you are a millionaire, you may find poor friends as a millionaire who are all millionaires, except the difference is you're heading up and they're heading down. And what could be like that? Maybe now that they have $1 million, all the things that the work ethic, or maybe they inherit it, they're spending like crazy. Every weekend, it's the appetizers, the drinks, the cocktails. They're flying first class when they can't really afford it, even though long term, right? They're not doing it the right way. So it applies every area of your life. Like, I know I'm really protective of my inner circle, and as Brad, and I'm not saying that you need to go and like interview people like, hey, is your net worth happen to be $1 million? Could we be friends? Because that's not going to work. And I think what you have to do is you have to align yourself with people who are trying to go from wherever you're at into a positive direction. And in college, I'm sure you'll find many people, it's like, yeah, why am I in school? I'm in school to create a better life. And they have their ambitions and their goals and their plans. That's what you want to align with. And also, your actions and how you spend money, they need to be in line with what you say. And I think that's probably the biggest thing to watch out for is there's a lot of talkers. I want to do this. I want to have big dreams. I want to be a millionaire. And then when it comes to every weekend, they're spending and spending and spending, right? Those things don't align. So be careful on like what people say to you, but also what their actions are. And I actually think the actions that they're doing are more, that will tell you more than what they're saying. And that's how you know if they're going to be in line with your goal, and they should be in part of your inner circle.